In contrast to Nuke's T side, the CT side is actually not that hard to play, as long as you have a decent idea of what positions to play and how basic rotations work. So here are the basics you need to know in order to become more proficient on Nuke. To start off, for your general player distribution, you want to have one player towards ramp, two players on A side, one player outside, and one player in towards main that is either helping outside or the A players. First off, the ramp player, and when playing ramp, you basically always want to start off the round by throwing an incendiary towards this area here. That is just intended to notify you if the Ts are rushing towards ramp or not, since obviously if they're gonna rush ramp, they're gonna extinguish the Molotov. And once you hear the Molotov being extinguished, you can just follow it up with a nade and then rotate down towards the B side, where you can then just, for instance, play an angle like so and hold the left side of ramp or hold the right side of ramp, or you can also fall back all the way towards behind side and play from here. Alternatively, if the Ts are not rushing, you can immediately follow it up with a smoke like so. That lands in this doorway here and blocks off the access for the Ts towards ramp. And from here on out you can then try for the duration of the smoke to play a close position like so and just watch for any Ts that might be trying to sneak through the smoke. And once the smoke fades, you basically want to play a position where you can immediately and easily fall back towards the B side, since your main goal is to not die, and secondly also gain some information on the Ts. So basically what you want to be doing is play a position like so behind this box here, play behind this box here, and once you have contact or you hear the Ts rushing, in an ideal scenario you get one frag like so, and then you just fall back towards B side. You can easily give up all the control over the ramp area in exchange for you securing the B area, and then once again you can play from behind the side here. You can play close to ramp like I've shown you before, hold the left side and hold the right side. Now for the two A players, one of you wants to play on the lower areas of A or on top of hut, while the other one is supposed to play on the catwalk areas on top of A. And whoever comes up first through the ladder towards heaven is supposed to throw a Molotov towards the door area by just looking at this sign here, then going up until you're hitting the top of the railing and just doing a jump throw. And this Molotov is intended to stop any rushes from the Ts. However, you can also follow it up further by just jumping on top of the silo here, pulling out an HE, then looking at this blue sign here, running forward, throwing the HE, and then following up with the jump on top of hut. And this utility combo is, as I mentioned before, Molotov is intended to stop any rushes from the Ts, but if the Ts are smoking the Molotov and still continuing the rush, then this HE is gonna take everyone that is already outside of doors to at least half HP. And then, as I've mentioned, you can jump on top of hut and just play a sneaky angle towards the door area like so. You can also, from on top of hut, just watch for anyone that might be pushing out towards main. You can also drop down. You can look towards doors from here. You can play behind the CT vent like so. And yeah, the only thing is just if you're holding the hut area, then you just need to communicate this to your heaven player, since these standard positions are usually to play on top of cat like so and hold an angle towards hut like so, or play a position like so, where you're also watching for a hard push, or same idea for this angle here. And it's just if you're playing on top of hut and you're watching hut, then the catwalk guy can just play a position like so. You just need to communicate and adapt accordingly. While the first guy to arrive on heaven is trying to stop a potential push from the Ts through the door area towards A side, the second guy is trying to do the same for a potential rush through the hut area. And basically what this means is just you want to, at the start of the round, throw a Molotov in towards hut, and then if the Molotov gets extinguished by smoke, just follow it up with an HE like so, and then hold the entrance, or in this case exit of hut, towards the A side. And afterwards, if there are no rushes, you can basically play the positions I've mentioned before. You can play on top of here, play the head glitch angle towards hut like so. You can play a bit of an aggressive angle in towards hut like so. You can play directly above hut and hold an angle like so, or again, you can play the angle from here towards hut. You just again need to communicate with your second guy. For the outside player, you want to start off the round by throwing a basic util set, and then you have three main positions you can choose to play from. To start off, for the util set, once you're about to run down this ramp here, you want to look at the top of these cables here and just do a running throw. And this Molotov is just intended to stop the Ts from gaining early access over the T-red container. And after you've thrown this Molotov, you just want to pull out the smoke and bounce it off the lower box right here. And for the three main positions you can play, this is already the first one. You can try to get close to the smoke, play at the edge of the smoke and try to challenge the silo player. You can also just try to sneak towards this box here, hide behind it and do some timing peeks towards silo and try to catch the silo player off guard. You can also just play behind the T-right container and then together with a flash from your main player, try to swing the left side and go for a pick. Or if you're really ballsy, you can also try to sneak through the smoke and try to get in a really offensive position like so and catch DTs off guard once they are trying to cross from here towards the T-red container. For the next position, you can play towards the garage area right here, where basically just jiggling your attention between the silo area and the T-red container right here. When you're playing this position, depending on what your main player is doing, you can also just solely focus on the silo or main area by playing a bit further up and then just jiggling the silo area. And lastly, another viable position you can play is just at the very back of the garage area, where you're basically just holding for any Ts that might be trying to sneak in towards the main area. And this position is especially strong since you won't be able to be spotted from any T that might be playing on top of the main area, which means the Ts, if they want to challenge you, basically always have to do so in front of this garage area right here. And last of all, the main player. And as the main player, you basically just want to complement what your outside player is doing. So for instance, if your outside player is playing close towards the smoke right here, you want to help him out by just alleviating some pressure from silo by holding this angle right here. Or, as I've mentioned before, if he's playing close to T-red, you can just throw a support flash like so, which enables him, or should enable him, to get a pick on the Ts. Alternatively, if your outside player is playing the passive angle from the back of garage, you no longer want to be playing in towards a main, but rather just hold the cross towards the secret area by playing either behind this box here, on top of hell, behind these vents here, like so, or from the left side, or just directly in towards the hell area. Alternatively, again, if your outside player is jiggling his focus between holding the T-red cross towards secret and the silo cross, you just want to again alleviate some pressure and just hold the direct cross towards the garage area like so. Or if your outside player is playing a bit further up and just solely focusing on the silo area, you also want to be playing a bit further up in towards the main area and just jiggling behind the T-red in order to prevent ADTs from crossing from T-red towards the secret area. You just need to be careful that the door is either not blown up or smoked off, and additionally that the Ts won't be able to spam you through the door towards the main area. Additionally, your job as the main player is also to help out the A players in case the Ts are trying to rush the A side, meaning you are basically the first rotation to come in towards the A side should the Ts be rushing A. First of all, for the ramp player, once you draw contact, you want to fall back towards B side and play from side, meaning the ramp area is now open. And what this means for your A players is that the one that is playing on the upper areas is either supposed to hold for any further aggressions from the Ts towards the hell area from up here, or just drops down towards the ladder like so, and then plays from down hell like so. You just need to make sure for the Ts to not cross from ramp towards the hell area, and you don't necessarily need to retake the ramp area altogether. Secondly, should the Ts be aggressing towards B side, either over the ramp area or through the outside area via a wall of smokes, it's the job of the A main player to be the first to rotate towards the B area. So, for instance, if the Ts are pushing, or you suspect the Ts are pushing towards the secret area, the main player goes down towards B, and you can play from vents, hold an angle like so. You can also play from the other exit of vents, hold a position like so. You can play the head glitch angle at the top of the stairs like so. You can also play at the very bottom of the stairs. You can also play from the shower area at the bottom of the stairs and try to catch an off angle on the Ts that are crossing towards this entrance towards the vents right here, but you won't be able to spot them if they are crossing towards the double doors, so be careful. But if you want to spot them and still play from here, you can just go up the stairs a bit further and then just jiggle like so. Next, as the outside player, you just need to keep in mind that once the Ts might have already pushed down towards the B side over secret or ramp, and your A main player has rotated down towards B, then holding on towards the entirety of outside most likely isn't feasible anymore, so you basically just want to hold the cross from the Ts towards the A main area like so, with the passive angle from the very back of garage I've shown it before, or you can also try to just rotate back in towards A main altogether and just hold this cross right here. Lastly, I've also created a Discord server, link is in the description, where you can join to connect with like-minded people and for instance find other people to play with once this server has sufficient members. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful on your journey to becoming a better player, and if that's the case, you can leave a like and subscribe for more educational CS content. As always, have a nice day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!